The LinkedIn algorithm has radically changed in 2026. What used to work last year, it doesn't work anymore. Over the last 3 months, I've generated over $1.2 million from my business just from my LinkedIn posts. And in this video, I'm gonna give you the exact strategy I use so you can do the same. Let's get it. The algorithm has changed. LinkedIn's algorithm in 2026 prioritizes dwell time. Dwell time is how long someone stops scrolling to read your posts. Long, valuable posts that people keep reading get pushed further. Short, lazy posts, they get buried. And no weird posts, I'm serious. Please stop that. Stop the weird posts. No more weird posts. Here's 3 winning formats. Format number 1, the text-only story post. With this one, there's no images, no links, and just text. LinkedIn loves native content that keeps people on the platform. I mean, it makes sense. External links, they get suppressed because LinkedIn, they want you to stay there. My highest performing posts are all text-only stories. This one got 272,000 impressions on a post with no image. Format number 2, the carousel document. For this one, you want to upload a PDF as a document post. Each page becomes a swipeable slide. This is great for step-by-step frameworks, lists, or how-to guides. People swipe through, which equals high dwell time, which equals the algorithm loves it. Carousels get 1.6x more reach than standard image posts. Format number 3, the single image with a story. For this one, you want one compelling image plus a story in the caption. The image is what stops the scroll, and the story, it keeps them reading. I've seen the best images are screenshots of results, hand-drawn diagrams, or photos of you or your family. Avoid stock photos because they scream corporate and they get ignored. Format number 4, the poll with context. Polls get massive engagement because they're low effort to interact with. But don't just ask a random question. Set up the poll with context and your opinion first. After they vote, they often comment to explain their choice. Polls with 3 options, they perform the best. Understanding formats is key, but now what should you actually say? The content ideation system. Every piece of content, it should fit into one of 4 categories. Pillar number 1, lessons learned. This is what you figured out the hard way. Pillar number 2, contrarian takes. This is where you disagree with common advice. Pillar number 3, how-to frameworks. These are step-by-step processes that you use. And pillar number 4, these are personal stories, real experiences that taught you something. And I'll throw in a bonus pillar here. This is what I've started doing in 2026, and it seems to be working. It's a personal story, but you want to make them feel like they know you. So you want to have a picture with your wife, your girlfriend, your spouse, your children, because this lets them know there's a real person, a real family behind the face on LinkedIn. I started doing this to let people know I'm not just Will Cannon, the B2B lead gen sales guy. I'm Will Cannon. I'm a father, I'm a husband, and I'm a family man. All right, here's the idea capture system. Keep a running note on your phone called content ideas. Every time something happens, add it to the list. A conversation with a client, a mistake you made, maybe something you read that sparked a thought, a question someone asked you. Now you're never gonna run out of ideas. And here's the what's obvious to you framework. The best content is stuff you think everyone knows, but they don't because they're not you. What's obvious to you, it's mind-blowing to someone else. All right, this is the content mining technique. Go to posts in your niche that get lots of engagement. Read through the comments. Look for questions people are asking. Each question, that's a content idea. If one person asked it, there's potentially hundreds more wondering the same thing. All right, the DM content goldmine. Every question you get in DMs, that's a content idea. If someone took the time to ask you it privately, others, they probably want to know too. Screenshot the questions, blur out their names, and answer them publicly. This also makes the person who asks you feel seen. By the way, if you're finding this valuable and you want to start building your prospecting list while you grow your LinkedIn, I'll leave a link in the comments to Uplead. You can grab 5 free leads from Uplead. All right, step number 3, track your analytics like a scientist. Stop hoping and start measuring. Most people, they hope their posts will do well. That's not a strategy. The best creators treat content like experiments, and they track everything. Here's the simple tracking system. I log every post into a Google Sheet. I have the date posted, the post type, whether it's story or tactical, contrarian or micro win. I add the hook line, which is the first sentence, and I also make sure to add the impressions, the number of likes, the number of comments, and the number of saves or shares. Next step is finding the patterns. After 30 to 60 days, patterns, they start to emerge. You'll see exactly what formats your audience loves, and you'll know which ones they don't. You'll know which hooks stop the scroll, you'll understand what time of day works best, and then you double down on what works and you kill what doesn't. What to track beyond vanity. Impressions, they don't pay the bills. Email subscribers gained per post, demos booked from LinkedIn, trials that started from LinkedIn traffic, partnerships created by posts. One viral post might get hundreds of thousands of impressions, but the real win is the dozens of demos and inbound leads it created. Track the pipeline, not just the likes. Now that you know what's working, let's talk about recycling your winners so you never run out of content. This is the big secret that creators, posts, they don't tell you. Your audience grows every day, which means half your followers haven't even seen your best posts. That viral post from 3 months ago, they probably never saw it. Here's the recycling strategy. Repost top performing content every 60 to 90 days. Tweak the hook or the headline slightly so it feels fresh, and then just watch it go viral all over again. This is exactly what the biggest creators do, so don't reinvent the wheel. Here's an example of exactly how I did that. This first post is about how I changed my LinkedIn headline and I had hockey stick growth. Look at how many impressions it got. And now take a look at this post, posted months later, and it also blew up. I changed the hook and I changed some of the body of the post, but in general, it's the same piece of content. And that's how you recycle. All right, here's how to recycle without being lazy. Change the opening line, update any stats or numbers, add one new insight that you've learned since. And you can play with using a different format, maybe text versus carousels versus image. I wouldn't change much though. If text worked last time, text is gonna work again. So this is the same core idea, just a fresh presentation. All right, the content swipe file. Never start from scratch. Keep a folder of posts that went viral in your niche, notes on hooks you see working, your own top performing posts, and when you're stuck, go back to the swipe file. It's like a cheat sheet for guaranteed engagement. All right, now that you're recycling your winners, but what about staying relevant? That's where trends come in. Step number 5, ride the trends without being cringe. The trend trap. You don't have to dance on TikTok to use trends. Good thing, because I can't dance. But you also can't ignore what's happening in the world. The key is trying to tie the trends back to your expertise. And I'll admit, I've been decent at this, but I need to get much better. All right, here's how to use trends on LinkedIn. Add your take to industry news. For example, here's what Salesforce's AI launch really means for sales teams. React to viral posts with your unique lens. Use current events as a backdrop. For example, Fed rate cuts, tech layoffs, IPOs, or funding announcements. Here's the rule though, don't force it. If a trend doesn't connect to your expertise, skip it. Being first with a smart take beats being late with a perfect take. Okay, contrarian takes. This is one of my favorite. One of my best performing post types is the contrarian take. For this, you need to challenge a belief that everyone holds. For example, stop blaming Zoom for your bad sales calls. People can't help but engage when their worldview gets challenged. But here you want to just make sure you can back it up. All right, once you're creating content, you're recycling winners, and you're writing trends, you're gonna succeed. But at some point, you're gonna hit capacity. Step number 6, scale without burning out. The capacity problem. As you grow, you're gonna hit a wall. You can't post, engage, DM, and repurpose everything yourself. I mean, maybe in the beginning, but at some point, you're gonna need to scale. Something has to give. Either your quality drops or you burn out. And you don't wanna burn out. LinkedIn, it's about consistency. So here's what to outsource. A ghostwriter or a content strategist. They're gonna provide you drafts of content based on the frameworks. An editor or a virtual assistant. They're gonna format posts, schedules, and repurpose across platforms. You can also look at automation tools for handling repetitive tasks like comment tracking or analytics. Here's what not to outsource. Your voice, your stories, your unique perspective, and the authenticity that makes people follow you. Outsource the grunt work, not the soul. All right, next up, comment trigger automation. When someone comments a keyword on your post, you don't want to manually send everyone a link. You want to use tools like Zapier plus Google Sheets to collect comments and auto send replies. This turns engagement into an automated funnel, and the system works for you while you sleep. But here's one caveat. There's a bunch of LinkedIn tools that connect to LinkedIn, but LinkedIn doesn't like those tools. So I actually don't use any LinkedIn automation tools, and I post myself. If a tool isn't approved by LinkedIn, I wouldn't use it. You don't want to risk your LinkedIn account getting shut down. All right, next up, the scaling mindset. Advanced growth, it isn't about new hacks. It's about systems. You want to automate what's repetitive and repurpose what's working. And at the end of the day, you scale what's been proven. Step number 7, turn social proof into sales. Screenshots of viral posts aren't just for ego. They're proof that you actually know what you're talking about, so use them strategically. Where to use the social proof? Put them in sales decks. This post hit 270,000 impressions. Mention them in calls. I built 1.7 million impressions in 90 days by practicing what I preach. Share them internally so your sales team, they feel momentum. Add them to your website or landing pages. Here's the DM framework that I use. Every viral post, it's gonna flood your inbox. You wanna use this simple 3-step framework. Acknowledge interest. Hey, first name, I saw your comment and glad this resonated. Qualify them naturally. I'm curious, how are you handling XYZ problem? Offer help. I'm happy to send you a quick framework or demo if it's useful. It doesn't feel like selling, it feels like helping at this point, but it opens the door to real business. Here's a stupid simple DM strategy that I use. Every person that connects with me, they get one simple message. Hey, first name, what led you to connect with me? That's it. This stupid simple question has led to 6-figure deals. People tell me they saw my content, they're curious about Uplead, and these conversations, they happen daily, but it's all because I I reach out with that one simple message. That's the content strategy that took me from invisible to over 1.7 million impressions in less than 90 days. It's not about going viral once, it's about building a content machine that compounds over time. If you want the LinkedIn playbook with all of the templates and frameworks that I use, the link, it's in the description and it's free. And if you're ready to combine your LinkedIn content with strategic outbound, that's why I built Uplead. It gives you real-time verified B2B emails and mobile numbers. You can try it free. You can grab 5 free leads on us. The link's in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.